Hey guys, Hawka here, and welcome back to another analysis video. This time we're going to be breaking down just how much depth and detail can go into one round of CSGO by looking at a specific round of Astralis versus Na'Vi. This particular round was from Blast Lisbon 2018 in the best of 3 grand final, and the first important details and context begins before you even get into the game with the map picks and bans. And in this best of 3, Na'Vi first picked Overpass. This video is going to focus on round 13 of Overpass, where Na'Vi already have an 8-4 lead, and they're already set for a good T-half, but Astralis had been fighting back, having won the 2 previous rounds. I would say this round was really the turning point that pushed Na'Vi over the edge on this first half and allowed them to cruise to a 16-7 victory on this first map. So let's see how it went down. So in the last round, Na'Vi had been completely shut out of the A site, and to make matters worse, Simple ended up dying after time, giving him little money into the next round and leaving Na'Vi with an awkward economic situation. The CIS side decide to take their second tactical timeout here to make sure they are all on the same page as to whether they should force buy and just their general strategy heading into this all-important round. Na'Vi eventually decide to force buy, and they end up getting a decent buy together. I mean, for some reason, Edward's got the AK and Simple's just stuck with the Deeg. Like, you've got the best player in the world on your team, give him the damn AK. But other than that, it's a good buy. So yeah, Na'Vi's buy gives them pretty good utility. They might be somewhat limited by the firepower, but another upside is that Astralis don't have too much money in the bank. So a successful force buy from Na'Vi right now would put Astralis in an awkward spot into the future. Now let's look over to the Astralis side of things, as they choose to get a second AWP into the hands of Glaive. Glaive takes this AWP over to the B bomb site, and just look at how much utility Astralis use right at the start of this round. An incendiary for Monster and the B short tunnel, a smoke from Glaive to counter Na'Vi's B short Molotov, and a nade from Magisk to open up the connector door. This utility serves many purposes. Firstly, it stops any early aggression from Na'Vi, and I believe the connector nade is an attempt to make Na'Vi think Astralis are going for an opening kill in connector and force Na'Vi to focus on connector rather than be short. All this utility, alongside Dupree's aggressive position in towards connector, gives Glaive the freedom to try to find an opening kill in towards B short. All of this beautiful setup to allow Glaive to get the opening ends up being a big letdown as Glaive misses the shot. The play worked really well, with Electronic being completely unaware of Glaive's aggression, but sometimes you can do everything right and just miss the shot. And by the way, even after missing, Glaive is pretty well prepared. As he falls back to safety, he throws a preemptive flashbang, which makes the pop noise to make sure anyone at Monster is going to turn away, and it allows Glaive to get back to the site safely. All that analysis was just for the first 40 seconds of the round, and we've still got plenty more to go. Astralis were the ones to play proactively first in this round, but over on the other side of the map, Na'Vi were working the A site, starting with this boost from Edward. He doesn't convert a kill, and Device doesn't fire an AWP shot either. While a mid-peak suggests Device may have an AWP, the Ts don't get confirmation of this. And yeah, sure, Edward could have potentially seen the AWP on Device's back while up on this boost, but in the heat of the moment, this is not easy to do. Na'Vi continue to probe towards A with this bathroom smoke from Simple, and this A long flash from Edward. This is where that earlier discussion becomes relevant, because after Na'Vi spotted that AWP towards the B side of the map, they likely assumed there would not be a second AWP towards A. Even though Astralis had 2 AWPs last round, Glaive didn't have to fire a shot with his secondary AWP to win the round because he was on the B site. And yes, Device had generally been playing in bathrooms with his AWP, however it is definitely feasible that he could have decided to go aggressive towards B. Because of all these reasons, after spotting the AWP towards the B side, Na'Vi elects to move towards A, assuming it is unlikely they will face an AWP, and it allows Device to get a relatively easy kill. Dupree decides to help out from his position in connector, but he can't quite convert this kill onto Flamey and decides to fall back. Over on the other side, we see a simple pop flash for Electronic, which blinds the first man, allows Electronic to isolate the fights, and showcase some exquisite aim to win these first 2 duels. He then uses this smoke on the site as cover to reposition to the site itself and completely blindside Zipnix to turn the tides of this round. Electronic probably called for this play as he had one of the 2 AKs on the team and decided they needed to gain an advantage against their opponent's full buy. And this push through a smoke was his attempt to catch Astralis off guard, and boy did it pay off. While all this is happening, Dupree decided to creep through connector because he couldn't safely retreat to the B bomb site without his team having short control. As the time starts to tick away, he decides to speed things up, assuming he needs to move towards the B bomb site to try and help stop the bomb from going down. But as he looks towards short, he spots Electronic moving back up connector towards A with very little time left. Dupree goes charging up connector and somehow Electronic doesn't hear him. I honestly don't know how he doesn't hear these steps. Maybe there was too much chat on the TeamSpeak or something, but either way, Dupree gets a free frag and comes oh so close to denying the bomb plant. Taking a closer look, we can see just how close Dupree comes to denying the plant and winning the round. If he would have landed his first 2 shots or been slightly faster on the flank, he likely would have won the round. I also want to quickly look at this first bullet, as at first I had no clue how this missed, but after checking the second angle, it looks like the bullet barely missed Flamey. Another point of view we need to look at is Device, who was initially drawn towards the B site after those earlier entries from Electronic. From heaven, he spots Zeus crossing back to B short, and after realizing B looks suspiciously open, he decides to double back towards A. Upon arriving at the A site, he is met with some good utility from Edward, which renders him useless on the site hold. And then he gets stuck with an AWP on the retake, which is never a great position, and he gets taken down by Edward. This leaves it all up to Dupree, who gets the first and comes insanely close to winning the round, but Edward survives on a single point of health. Dupree comes ridiculously close to winning this round for Astralis on 2 separate occasions, first denying the bomb plant and then here in the clutch at the end, and he really didn't do much wrong in either. Even in this final fight against Edward, he gets kind of unlucky, as if you pause here, he is on 56 HP. He takes 1 shot for 26 damage, putting him down to 30 HP, and then the next bullet from Edward does the 30 damage needed to finish him off. So just the slight difference of hitting a different hitbox ends up deciding this duel. As mentioned at the start of this video, this round loss led to Astralis having a much weaker buy in the next round, and Na'Vi ended up winning the half 11-4 before cruising to a 16-7 victory. This map could have been really close if Na'Vi had lost here, as it looked as though the Danes were regaining control after 2 round wins, but at the end of the day, it was the Danes who got the last laugh, as they came back to win the final 2-1 and continued their reign of dominance. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to join the nest if you are new. I've got all sorts of analysis videos coming up, and I will see you next time.